Welcome back everyone to the Football9 Show. We had talked about the Matchday 2 in the previous episode. Today we'll talk about Matchday 3 and how the results of Matchday 2 have affected what's going on. So we have Faz, Upmanu and me as usual. So let's start with Faz.
Yeah.
What did you think about the Matchday 2 results?
I'm very happy about Matchday 2.
Okay.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah, of course.
It's like one of the clubs there, like down here. I'm very
We have a new set.
Yeah.
Not a new set, but yeah.
I'm sure it looks pretty.
yeah.
So, I have no complaints from Matchday 2. I was flying high all weekend. I'm very
That's
happy.
good. What about you?
Pretty much the same for me, man. As I predicted, Haaland scored the hat trick,
Yeah.
and
That
we
was a
went
good day
4-1.
for you, isn't it?
Oh, it was.
Oh,
Certainly a good day.
Even for my FPL, I loved
Oh.
it. I had
mean,
my
for
best
once-
ever FPL week.
For once, you just loved the fact that Haaland was scoring.
I
goals.
was loving it even last year.
A neutral fan listening to Premier League fans fanboying. Good. Anyway, moving on.
Move.
Matchday 2 results were really good, but Matchday 3 offers a lot of good fixtures. So starting with Arsenal.
Versus Brighton. Let me start here.
It's a good game to start off
Yeah.
the weekend with, right?
Obviously.
Very good match, and I think Arsenal. Look, coming back to their transfer targets, they have finally managed to sign Mikel Merino. The saga has been going for a while now.
Yeah.
But do you really think it was a necessary signing? I love that player.
Yeah.
I have seen him play for Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't see where he fits into the team.
Yeah.
I don't think they needed him. Just like with Calafiori, like I love both these signings, these players,
Interesting.
but I don't know how they fit into Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at their lineup right now,
Yeah.
Rice as the left midfielder,
Yeah.
in the middle there's Partey and there's Odegaard at the
Exactly.
right. It's working out well for
Yeah.
them, pretty well. And now, I have read in different articles that Rice is supposed to sit in the middle,
Yeah.
right? Odegaard on the right, and it will be Merino on the left.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know how that works because they really pinpointed how to utilize Rice well in that role.
Yeah.
So Rice was a revelation for them last season.
And I think he was doing really well in that position.
Exactly.
You were wasting his potential, you were
Rice
wasting his
was-
abilities.
Rice was doing what Kante used to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kante was
Not
never
as well as Kante, but
Yeah, exactly. But like, surely the signs are
Yeah.
there. He could surpass Kante as well.
True.
And so Kante had that problem where Kante could not play as a lone CDM because he was always all over the pitch.
box to box. kind of.
Exactly. Yeah. Box to box, but like he was horrible when it came to attack. But Rice is much better at
Yeah.
that aspect as well. He's become a very much more well-rounded midfielder.
And he has become an important component for the build-ups,
Exactly.
which used to be like Martin Odegaard,
Yeah.
just Martin Odegaard.
Yeah.
Now Rice has become an important
Yeah.
component for the build-ups as well. That
Exactly.
is a great sign.
His ball progression with Arsenal
Yeah.
has been much better than what it was at West Ham.
Exactly.
And that too as a DMF.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. I feel both in terms of Calafiori and Merino. I feel these guys are just too good of players to be backups.
I
But
agree.
at the same time, Arsenal squad is so well drilled. I don't see how they break into the first 11. I think it
Correct.
might take them until the December fixture period, where you have a lot of fixture congestion. Maybe that's when they can, hold a place for themselves in the starting 11.
Agreed.
So it's basically like good signings,
Yeah.
wrong timing.
Probably, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and like we were discussing, like they should have probably focused more on getting a striker.
Yeah, I mean, if we talk about the last match
Yeah.
against Aston Villa, right? They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Their approach was nice. Their play style, I always love Arteta's play style.
Yeah.
But then again, there's one problem: striker. Who's gonna score the goals?
Exactly.
Now he starts with Martinelli.
Yeah.
Right. Now Martinelli is not in form, and there's Trossard, who has been performing well.
Yeah.
Even in the preseason, he has done well for Arsenal.
Exactly.
But again, he comes up from the bench and he scores. I understand he's a super sub kind of a player,
Yeah.
but then again, give him a start over Martinelli, right?
Yeah.
And in the middle, there's Havertz. I don't know what he does in this.
We've spoken so much about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Havertz is not
We've spoken
a
enough.
striker. Yeah.
So they really needed someone to lead the front.
Yeah.
Even if you want to play Martinelli, fine, but have someone to lead the front.
Exactly.
Someone like West Ham signed, Fulkrug.
Yeah,
I think Fulkrug
exactly.
would have worked fine.
True. Yeah.
It's just my opinion, but I think it would have been better than Kai Havertz up front.
I mean,
I
like,
agree.
but Germany preferred Havertz over Fulkrug. Do you think Arsenal also would have done the same?
Well, did Germany win the Euros?
True. And Arsenal didn't win the Premier League, so
Yeah,
that makes
exactly.
sense.
Here we
Makes
go.
sense. but the thing is, who do they sign? I mean, all the top class centre forwards
Victor
have
Osimhen.
joined some other.
See, ideally, I thought they would have gone for him.
Yeah.
See, they wanted to go for Sesko,
Yeah.
but he rejected the
Yeah.
move.
But I don't think Sesko would be a good fit for Arsenal.
I think maybe given his play style and given the kind of pace that he has, I think he can be a good interchanging forward with the other two wingers.
Yeah.
Be it Trossard, Martinelli.
But they
and
need
Saka.
someone like a proper number 9, you know.
That I agree.
I do have my opinion on this. I personally think that Sorloth would have been a great signing for Arsenal.
That's a good.
Yeah.
I like that.
But instead he joined Atletico and let's see how he does.
Yeah.
I think he will do pretty good.
Oh,
And
he will.
like,
He will.
but
Alongside
word of
Julian-
caution,
Julian-
Sorloth has already failed at a London club once. So you never know how he would have done in the Premier League again. But anyway, we're digressing.
Yeah.
Let's come back to the Arsenal-Brighton game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Brighton showed a gritty performance against United.
Yeah.
Loved seeing Pedro score that 90th
Yeah.
minute goal. And I would hope for more of the same. And Brighton are like really going on confidence right now.
Yeah.
Like they're superbly high on confidence with the way Fabian Hurstler's been playing with his squad, and they've already they have 2 wins from 2. And do you think they can make it 3 from 3 this week?
They might.
They
Because
might. The high possibility they
Yeah.
might. If they keep on doing what they've done so far, and I think if the players are able to give that shift, provide that shift, and they're able to play their natural game, I think they can pull it off
I mean, in the
against the top side.
Yeah, again.
in the league so far,
Yeah.
they have been fearless.
Yeah.
They have not looked cautious like against Man United.
Yeah.
Normally, a team like Brighton would play cautiously,
True.
right? They wouldn't attack much,
Yeah.
try to hit them on counters.
Yeah.
But Brighton were completely different. They were attacking up front,
Yeah.
right? They were putting Man United at the back,
Yeah.
right?
True.
You don't see that often,
Yeah.
and I like that attitude.
Yeah.
I like that approach.
I'd love to see Brighton use that same approach against Arsenal.
That would be nice. That would
And-
be good.
I'm very excited to see their new signing start for the Matt O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. it's a
Signed a
very good
Danish
signing.
midfielder. Like if
Yeah.
you might find it hard to believe he's Danish now,
Yeah.
but him joining in from Celtic, and I think that is a very necessary signing as well. And they've nicely plugged the gap that Pascal Gross's departure had left.
Yeah. And he's kind of a player
Yeah.
who's a
exactly.
little hot-headed.
Yeah.
You need someone like that in your team.
True.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He will be there.
Yeah.
New Diego Costa, who knows?
Let's see.
Yeah.
What do you think? Who's gonna win? Predictions.
Okay. Arsenal 2, Brighton 1.
Oh, wow.
I think I'd go with the same scoreline. It's Arsenal's home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think so?
It's going to be a tough game for Brighton, of course.
Yeah.
But
You're gonna differ, aren't you?
2-1 Arsenal.
So much suspense for nothing.
So
What about
Arsenal basically.
Yeah, basically Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, I would love to see
Scorers?
Brighton win.
I would go with Saka and Rice.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And for Brighton, Joe Pedro. Who else? Who else?
I go with the Matt O'Reilly Brighton goal on
wow.
debut.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
it goes in vain because of Saka and
Yeah.
Odegaard.
Odegaard. I would love to see him score.
Yeah, same.
Okay. It's a 2-1 win for Arsenal, and Trossard scores.
Okay.
Second goal might be Saliba.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
shout.
Might be Saliba. And for Brighton, Pedro.
Come on, it's always Joao.
Yeah. True.
I could have chosen this well-back guy, but
Yeah.
no. I don't see him
He's not gonna score
performing after this.
In
So-
two weeks in a row against his former clubs.
No.
Let's move
Okay,
to the next
anyway,
game.
yeah. Moving on. Next game. Leicester, Aston Villa. Leicester at home. Aston Villa has to win this.
Yeah.
Leicester has to win this. So who's gonna win, Faz?
I think it's very clear for me. This is going to be an Aston Villa win.
Okay.
Like,
Makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, apart from the 15-20 minutes of Vardy-inspired performance against Spurs, I've not seen anything of note from Leicester till now. They lost to Fulham last week. I think they lost 2-1 to Fulham with Emil Smith-Rowe scoring and Iwobi getting another, which was their eventual winner. And even the game against Spurs, they did not have a very inspiring performance. So I think this is a Leicester side that is still adjusting after coming back to the Premier League. They still have a new manager.
Yeah.
They don't have so many players that are at Premier League level quality right now.
Okay.
So because like a lot of their squad was the same as when they got relegated. So they've not really made a lot of key additions to the
Yeah, I
squad.
mean, you'd
Correct.
expect Leicester to make some signings.
Exactly.
You know,
Like good signing.
exactly. Not just random players.
Yeah, like no disrespect to Bobby Decoto-Reed, but I don't expect that signing to be their headline signing of
True.
the window, right?
True that.
So given that, and then like if you look at how Aston Villa have done their business, like we've spoken about Aston Villa and their transfer.
Very
window.
clever.
Exactly.
business.
So they've plugged the gaps nicely. Their squad seems settled. I know they lost to Arsenal, but it's Arsenal. Like they're a big team. They should
I mean, the match could have gone either way at some point,
exactly.
but Arsenal took their chances,
Yeah.
which is rare, but they
Yeah.
did, and Aston Villa didn't.
Exactly.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, David Raya,
Yeah.
I forgot,
Wow.
David Raya made some wonderful saves.
Hmm.
Ollie Watkins, I don't know what happened to him. He missed two
Exactly.
golden opportunities. I mean, it could have gone either way,
Yeah.
right? So, if the finishing is proper in the next match, if Ollie Watkins finds the back of the net,
Yeah.
it's game and settled.
True.
You're a 9.5 million striker, man. Come on. In the
Yeah, I mean, I
FPL.
don't expect that from
I
Ollie
suppose.
Watkins.
Oh,
I thought it was so
No,
low
no,
in
no.
value. I'm like, why aren't Chelsea going for
that's
it?
that's not what I meant. But yeah, you're literally
Yeah.
costing us 9.5 million. Come on, do something.
Yeah, I have Ollie Watkins as well in my FPL.
I took him out last week.
I've seen your team.
Yeah.
Fortune teller. Anyway, moving on. Okay, predictions, right?
Yeah. I'd go 2-0 win for Aston Villa.
2-0.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go for a 4-2 win for Aston
Oof.
Villa.
4-2.
If you just watch the Chelsea Wolves game, or what? Like,
Just give Vardy some Red Bull, and I think he's gonna score a hat trick.
Vardy
But
and Red Bull.
I
we
don't
need it.
see Leicester winning this game.
you said a 4-2 win for Aston Villa. How will Vardy score a hat trick?
No, I was just referring to it. Come on.
Something is wrong.
Yeah.
In case. But what if Leicester win it?
I don't think they can. I don't think they have the tools to win this game right now.
Yeah.
Remember this.
Okay. So 4-2 it is.
4-2 it is.
Yeah.
I'll go with 1-0 Aston Villa.
Okay. Slim victory.
Yeah, because I feel it will take at least 1 or 2 matches for
Yeah.
Aston Villa to get back on track
Probably,
after that
yeah.
horrendous finishing.
Yeah.
But Ollie Watkins gets the goal.
True. Even I feel Watkins.
I feel
should
he's gonna
find the
score.
man. Yeah.
Time to change my prem.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Nottingham Wolves.
Oof. It's.
This is relegation battle, but firecracker of a match. Let me tell you that.
Do you think that after the performance Wolves put in last weekend, do you think they have it to come back and put in a firecracker performance?
It will be a match of missed chances.
Fair. That I can.
But there will be so many missed chances that it will be exciting.
Yeah, true.
Right.
We would be begging for a goal.
Yeah.
Please, someone finish it.
That's what the
Thrillers.
neutrals
Football
think, you know?
thrillers.
Yeah. And it's gonna end 1-0 then.
0-0.
Good one. Good one. But on a serious note,
Yeah.
what are your predictions for this one?
I think this game comes a bit too early for Wolves to, come back into the game.
Yeah.
Coming from a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, I mean, of course. But like, no disrespect, but I think it is how it is.
It is as it is.
So I'd go with a 1-0 win for Nottingham.
Okay, what about you?
I'm going to go with a 1-all draw.
Okay.
Ooh.
1-all draw.
Okay, we are settled on draw at least.
Yeah.
It's fine. But mine is 0-0 because it would be a football thriller.
Yeah.
No goals, only missed chances. Let's go.
Love cinema.
Yeah.
Cinema.
Relegation battle cinema. Wow.
Okay,
Crazy.
anyway,
Next
moving on.
match.
Yeah. Ipswich down, Fulham, Ipswich at home.
Now, this. So I was writing something on Ipswich, and my thing was like, get rid of the first two games for them. Like, I think this is where their season starts.
Okay.
And even though Fulham won their previous game, and Ipswich got battered by City, which was expected to be honest, I think they're at that level where they can pose a fight to Fulham, because Fulham also they lost a last minute they lost to a last minute goal against United.
Yeah.
And they won against Leicester, but it wasn't the most convincing of wins. They were better than Leicester for sure, but not the kind of performance we've seen from Marco Silva's Fulham in the last 2 seasons or so. So I think this is where Ipswich can actually show that they're not here just to participate in the Premier League, but that also that they have it in them to fight for their place in the Premier League.
And they need to capitalize on these small moments where they can actually get something out of the game.
I mean, it's even a big match for Ipswich manager as well. He has to prove it because he had a lot of interest before the season started, right? He has something to prove there.
Everyone had decided that no one's going to judge Ipswich on the first 2 games because they're 2 best teams in the league. But now is when their season starts.
Exactly.
And they have a decent squad. They've shown glimpses in the game against Liverpool and even in the game against City.
Yeah.
They took the lead in the game against City. It was a very good goal. But of course, then Haaland happened and things changed for them. But they still, exactly.
He loves that. He loves hearing that. He loves hearing that.
Happened.
So it's like a disaster for them, right?
Oh, it is. For every club.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's your prediction?
It's Ipswich home, right?
Yeah.
I'd go with a 1-1 draw for Ipswich.
Oh, wow.
Okay. What about you?
I would like to agree with you. It's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 0-0 again.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Because I feel a draw is still a good start for Ipswich,
True.
right?
Especially if they get one with a clean sheet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah.
So I will go with 0-0. But let's see what happens, right? So anyway, next match, Brentford.
He doesn't want any team to score at this point.
I mean, it's coming. The matches are coming. That there will be a lot of goals. We'll come back to that. But right now we are going to talk about Brentford Southampton. Again.
I mean, this is again like one of those football thrillers.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Exactly. So a deadlock draw.
Yeah, this
I'm
time
assuming.
I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw for them.
What's happening, man?
I mean, this Matchday is quite peculiar, I would say.
Yeah.
Interesting matches, thrillers, but I don't see a lot of goals.
Yeah, same. I don't see a lot of goals in this game.
I'm still going to take my chances and I'm going to say Brentford win it 2-0.
Oh,
Who scores?
Good question.
don't say Ivan Toney.
Visa.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't know who scores. I'm honestly not sure.
Own goal.
That would be
I
interesting.
mean, that's a safe bet.
We
when
can
you
say
don't
that.
know.
I will go with 0-0 as well
Yeah.
because I don't see anything coming out of that.
Same. Like
Yeah.
Southampton in their previous 2 games have been they've put up very uninspiring performances.
I agree.
So I don't see it changing yet. They might again, like Leicester, they don't have the kind of players that are at the level of playing in the Premier League right now. They need some time. So I don't. Anything more than a 0-0 draw is not justified for them, I think.
Okay. Enough of these teams. Now we're going to talk about some real football. No offense. West Ham versus Man City. Let's go. Let's go.
This
This is
is
going to be a good game.
I'm going to start with you.
And for a fact, I'm actually a bit scared here. Because,
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm humbled. Okay. I like West Ham, okay? They have a good squad, they have a good manager, and everything is working out for them as of now. They were unfortunate enough to lose the first game against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And then, I think they made a good
bounced
comeback.
back, yeah.
They made a good comeback. So, City need to be worried about this one. They should be concerned because if West Ham put on a shift,
Yeah.
they can be dangerous on the pitch.
Especially with the Rodri being out.
Exactly.
That is
I
a
do
big-
miss Rodri, man.
Yeah.
I do miss Rodri. I am pretty sure if Rodri was there,
Yeah.
Ipswich wouldn't have scored that goal.
Yeah, probably.
Makes sense.
Damn
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And it would have been a 6-0 win for City. Him scoring, of course.
Yeah.
What I feel about City is that they're very good at controlling the ball, but then sometimes they lose the ball at very awkward positions, you know.
True.
This is something
Yeah.
new. This is something new for City. I haven't witnessed it over the past.
I
few
think a
years.
lot of it is got to do with how Pep has, in the past few years, like 1 or 2 years, has changed his playing style as well.
I agree.
Like rather than using those overlapping fullbacks, he's now come back to the. He's now come to
Traditional
the
ones.
yeah, and having Rico Lewis play in the middle.
Mhm.
I think a lot of it got to do with changes in his playing
Yeah.
system.
Man, Rico Lewis really needs to stop attacking. Man.
Yeah.
We were having
Yeah,
this
we were
discussion
having-
that day, and it was just bad, man. Okay,
I
he's a
swear.
very good player. I really like
Yeah.
him, but
He missed 2 great chances in the game
Yeah.
against Ipswich. He hit the bar in front of an almost empty goal.
exactly.
I mean,
That was an easy finish.
Yeah.
Come
that's
on.
what I'm saying, right? If you keep missing chances like
Yeah.
that, and if you keep losing the ball in such positions, because if Rico Lewis is moving forward, there's a whole space left behind, and West Ham is kind of a team that can manipulate it
Yeah.
easily, right?
Very easy.
Yeah.
They're on that level right
Yeah.
now. So if you let West Ham do that, it's trouble for Man
So,
City.
Rico Lewis' moment was very frustrating. I mean, the frustrating 5 minutes for me because he hit the bar and
Yeah.
right after it was De Bruyne who
Yeah.
took a
True.
brilliant shot
Yeah.
and it just
It
hit the
didn't-
bar. It
yeah.
was sad to see, man. Come on.
Yeah. So anyway, what's
How
your prediction?
greedy! His team won 4-1 and he's getting sad over people.
Look, we're here for goals. Okay, we want to see more goals and who does it better
I'm here
than
for
City?
thrillers. I'm here for
We scored
thrillers.
6.
Anyway, what's your prediction?
Wolves. We scored against the new boys. Okay.
Yeah, you lost your own battle, my friend.
Never mind.
What's your
I
prediction?
was looking for a comeback, you know. Prediction, yeah. I'm still gonna go for a Man City win, but it's not going to be an easy one.
Okay.
2-0.
Okay.
2-0 for City.
West Ham
Haaland
doesn't
scored-
score at all.
Huh?
West Ham doesn't score at all.
No. Defensively, they're gonna do well, of course, but attacking threat, I doubt that because City,
Okay.
we have a good defense. I doubt they're gonna get past our
Okay.
backline.
What about you?
Controversial opinion.
Here we go.
But see, generally we've always seen City in the beginning of the season. They always have this one game where they unexpectedly lose.
Okay.
They lose.
And it
So-
has to be West Ham.
No, I mean, but it
West
could
Ham.
be this game, this year.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win for West Ham.
Do you want to say anything to him?
2-1 win.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
It's
not,
his opinion, man. Come
I'm
on.
not saying it's gonna happen.
But who
I
scores the
don't-
goal for West Ham? I mean, City, we already know
Yeah, exactly.
who you're gonna choose.
What about you?
So, see, my opinion is going to be a bit controversial because, and I'm not saying it just for the sake of it, but I've generally seen there have been a few games in the seasons where City lose one of their games.
And
in
it
the
has to be
initial-
West Ham.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, there is,
That's
I
what
see
I'm worried
potential
about, but-
behind it.
But this early into the season?
So, generally, City have lost to promoted teams. Like, they lost that game 3-2 to Norwich. They once lost that game to Watford. They generally lose one game, and like nobody can explain why they lost that
Yeah.
game, but they do.
And out of nowhere, in the next match, they score 6 or 5
Exactly,
goals.
yeah.
I don't know
Like,
how.
that's City DNA.
Yeah.
So, I think
And
coming up against this West Ham side, maybe. I think so. Keeping that, I don't think it will happen, but I want it to happen. So
Okay.
I go for a 2-1 win for West Ham.
who scores?
Kudus won, and finally Fulkrug gets his goal.
Do you want to say anything to him?
Okay, I mean, it's his opinion, and for a fact, I'm actually scared. I'm actually scared.
I tried to add the fuel, but it didn't work. Good job, Upmanyu.
Look,
Anyways,
I'm a humble City fan.
Yeah.
okay. Very of the few. Anyway, I'm going to go with 1-0 Man City. I think it's going to be very close.
Haaland scores a goal.
Huh?
Haaland scores a goal.
Bernardo Silva does.
Oh wow, interesting.
You're saying I shouldn't captain Haaland this weekend?
My FPL team is very weak.
Yeah.
Don't go by my words.
True.
I'm telling you guys
I'm
as
in a league
well.
with him, I know.
Yeah.
Don't. But okay.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm thinking. Bernardo Silva. Let's go.
You just want to keep things interesting.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I have him in my team, so I don't mind.
True.
Anyway, Anyway, next match. Everton, Bournemouth. Everton at home.
Yeah.
Do you expect Everton to finally win properly? Or do you see Bournemouth pulling off an upset, I
Why
feel?
do I feel bad for Everton?
Yeah,
And I am
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. I'm with
What's
him.
happening?
I mean, I don't see inspiring performances from them.
Exactly.
They were just battered by Spurs.
Besides,
They lost 4-0.
ever since they lost Branthwaite, I think it has been
Yeah. So,
it has been bad
yeah, and like
from their end.
that transfer window hasn't been very exciting
Exactly.
as compared to Bournemouth.
Same old players and all.
And
Yeah.
the management issues as well
Exactly.
in
So
Everton.
there's a lot of off the field
Yeah.
troubles at Everton.
Yeah.
And being a Chelsea fan, I know very well how off the field troubles can affect the team on the field. Like that's how our past two seasons have been.
Yeah.
Even for a
So-
Real Madrid fan, I would say.
Why?
They still win, dude.
They somehow win it.
If
but
we
in the
see,
past,
we lost-
they have had a few
we
bad
lost-
You've
seasons,
triggered
man.
him. See what you've done now. You've triggered him.
I'm gonna stay shut. This is about Premier League. We're gonna talk about Premier League.
I just
Calm
had to
down,
bring this
Nillo.
up, man. Come on, I just had to bring this up. I just love it when he gets triggered for some reason. I don't know why.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everton.
Everton.
Yeah. So I'd go with a Bournemouth win. Bournemouth
Okay.
have been very good. Their transfer window has been very nice. Kepa is going there finally.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
who
interesting
would have
transfer.
thought, but very good move for Bournemouth. Not so much for Kepa.
Yeah.
But so I think it'll be a 2-0 win for Bournemouth.
Okay. What about you?
3-0 win for Bournemouth.
Three.
I don't know. Man. I honestly don't know.
Okay.
But there has to be an own goal. I'm
Okay.
damn sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Everton are capable of
Everton
producing.
have a history
Yeah.
of scoring own goals, and Tarkowski might score an own goal.
Could be,
I don't know.
could be.
I used to like that player so
Yeah.
much.
Same, man. Same.
I don't know what happened.
I like
I'll
his
go for
name,
a- I-
Tarkowski.
I'd go for a Ivan Nelson goal. I want to see him do well.
Yeah, I mean, he's the big name
Exactly.
transfer for
Yeah.
Bournemouth, isn't it?
It's their club record signing.
Yeah.
I think they've used the Solanke money well
Yeah.
to bring Evan Nelson in. So I'm gonna go with a goal from him and a goal from Marcus Tavernier.
Makes sense.
Oh, very new.
I'm gonna go with Bournemouth 1,
Yeah.
Everton 0, Ivan Nelson scores. I
Yeah.
feel he will score because he should.
He should. It's
Yeah.
Everton.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see them getting relegated.
Okay.
this
I
season.
mean, I
it's
don't want that to
It's too early to predict, but even I don't want that.
I'll feel very weird if Everton get
Exactly.
relegated.
I mean, imagine Everton playing in the EFL.
Yeah.
And I've grown up watching Everton. in
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Premier League.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I used to
I-
collect those
remember-
match attacks and
Exactly.
I
and the
remember
first golden
Everton
card.
being like the West Ham and Aston Villa of today.
Exactly, right.
They were fighting
Like,
like Everton under Moyes.
When we used to play like the games,
Yeah.
FIFA 14 or anything,
Exactly.
we used to play like, fine, I will start with Everton. I will help them win the league.
Yeah, exactly,
You know, there
which
were
is-
those teams
Yeah, which
that
is
you
why
can.
I like
players.
Everton.
They had
Exactly.
such good players.
Yeah.
Leighton Baines.
I mean, Leighton Baines.
Leighton Baines was one of my favorite.
Okay.
right back.
I swear.
Enough
Yeah.
about Everton. We need to finish up the episode. So anyway, moving on. I'm gonna start this with you. You're gonna love this one. Chelsea at home
Of course.
versus Crystal Palace.
Ooh,
Interesting game.
I'm very high on confidence. We've just come from a 6-2 win over Wolves, and
It's Crystal Palace.
I know, but Palace have been
They
pretty
have not
bad
looked
this
good.
season. They've
Yeah,
had
they have not looked good.
they've had a very shocking start to the season.
Yeah.
I was expecting much more from them.
Exactly. I didn't expect that they'd lose back-to-back games, and this is their funny fact. This is their third London derby of the season. They started against Brentford. They played West Ham last week, and now they're playing Chelsea.
who knows? They might lose this one again.
Exactly. I mean, and I hope we follow this a 6-2 win over Wolves with a convincing win over Palace. Otherwise, then it's just going to be like last season.
Like, I'm going to ask you something. Like,
Yeah.
what changed in Chelsea in the last
So,
match?
good question. I mean, I would give a lot of it down to Maresca
Okay.
because there was clear difference in the first half and the second half of what Chelsea were doing. First half, all over the place. Yeah, we scored 2 goals, but we conceded 2 goals. We were not well defensively. We were getting opened up on attacks.
The
on
structure was
counter-attacks.
missing, I
Yeah, the
guess.
structure was missing. He changed the shape a bit in the 15-minute halftime talk. He took off Mudryk, got on Neto. Neto had a very good half.
Yeah.
So those changes and those substitutions that he did, that worked in our favor. And the last time I saw a Chelsea manager do something like this was back when Conte was there. Like if you remember, the
Okay.
first season, I'm not comparing the two, but I'm saying in the first season when Conte came to Chelsea, we weren't having the best of starts. We were 3-0 down to Arsenal in the first half. Half time, he makes his changes. He brings on Marcus Alonso. And that's when we start playing a back three and then we go on to win the league.
True.
And I'm not saying that's what Maresca is going to do. But this was the first time since that game that I've seen a manager take control at such an early point in the game and then show that so things are not going according to what my plan was. Let me tweak it a bit. And there's no other Chelsea manager used to do that. Otherwise, we always make changes when it's a little too late for them to affect the game.
Very well said.
It's always nice to have a manager who's not stubborn,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, fine. My approach is not working.
Yeah.
Let me change it up a bit.
Exactly.
Let's see what happens
Yeah.
at least, right?
Yeah.
The ego shouldn't be there.
Yeah, it's good that you're sticking to your system, but you should also be open to tweaking it a bit.
Exactly. And I think it's a very good sign for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I would like to see how they approach the game
Yeah,
against Crystal
exactly.
Palace, because I feel there would be certain situations where Crystal Palace would threaten
Yeah,
Chelsea.
of course. Like
How-
our defense is pretty weak still. I would
Exactly, right. So how Maresca handles that,
Yeah.
I will be
what-
interested to
yeah.
see
A
that.
disciple of Pep Guardiola. I mean, I would love to see him.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if you never know if Maresca has a good spell with Chelsea, he might be enticed by a City job
Yeah.
once they have to replace Pep.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would love that.
Okay. Anyway, your predictions.
I'll go because I'm high on confidence.
Okay.
I'll go with a 3-1 win for Chelsea.
Oh, okay. Who scores?
Who scores?
Let's
say
go
Madueke.
with.
Don't say Madueke, man.
Okay. I'll go with Cole Palmer again.
Oh, man, I love that.
See,
I
why
need
this card
Palmer
here?
at Real Madrid.
Hands off. So I'll go with Palmer and Kunku and finally a goal for Neto. Man. Come on. Yeah.
What about you?
Crazy. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Chelsea.
Oh, thanks.
I'm going to favor Chelsea here.
Something
We're
new?
capable of keeping a clean sheet. Thanks, man. I don't think so.
Look, I'll give it to you. Come on.
Who scores?
Again, it's Nicholas Jackson
Okay.
with the first goal.
Okay.
And the second goal is scored by Cole Palmer, our City product.
Who
I
you
just
regret
have to-
leaving.
I just have to give that tagline.
I'll go with
It's okay. No
3-0 Chelsea. 3-0 Chelsea.
Oh, you also expect us to keep a clean sheet.
Palmer hat-trick.
My God, for a second I
support
literally thought that you have tears.
See how happy I am that people think that Chelsea can keep a clean sheet.
Anyway, moving on. Newcastle. Tottenham.
Big match.
Big match, yeah.
Big
Newcastle at home.
Again, like we said for Palace.
This is a top 4 match, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
True.
Like the 4th position.
Yeah.
This is a match for the 4th position,
Exactly,
isn't
yeah,
it?
Battle for the 4th. But Newcastle have also not had the best of starts to their campaign.
Yeah, I expected a lot more
Same.
from them.
Yeah, they labored to a win against Southampton on the opening day. Then they barely got a draw in the previous game, thanks to Gordon. So I don't know what to expect from them this season still. It's still early days for the season. Transfer window wise, they've been very uninspiring, to be honest.
Exactly.
So I don't have a lot of confidence in Newcastle as much as I want to have in them, and as much as I had in them last season. So I think Spurs are actually in a much better position. They're coming off a thumping of Everton, and yeah, they drew their first game, but the kind of performance that they showed in the previous game, so I
That
think
made it up, I think.
yeah, exactly. So I feel that's how Spurs can edge Newcastle in this game.
What's wrong with Isak, man? I mean,
I don't
he
know.
hasn't looked
Exactly,
like-
he's not
So-
looked
anywhere
like from
close
last
to the
season.
level that he had.
Yeah,
Here's the thing about
that he showed
Isak.
last season.
when he was playing for La Liga, right?
Yeah.
In La Liga, right? He had that same issue. He was very good up front. He would give you like 25-30 goals in across all competitions,
Yeah.
of course. But then again, the number of chances that he will miss throughout the season, that will hurt you. That will really hurt your team.
true.
That happened in Sociedad as well.
Glad I was not a Sociedad fan then.
I mean, Sociedad had a team which could have done a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac did score a lot of goals, but he scored in single match.
Man, what's wrong with Isak?
I don't know, man. Like I have in my FPL, I hope he finds his form
He had a
again.
banger of a season.
Yeah,
And he's looking nowhere close to that level that he showed in the previous season.
yeah.
See, like about Isaac, when he used to play for Sociedad in La Liga, right? He would give you 25-30 goals across all competitions. Of
Yeah.
course. But then again, the number of chances that he will miss, that hurts the team a lot.
True.
Right? For Sociedad, the team that they had, I expected a lot from them in La Liga. But then again, why it didn't happen? Because Isaac was scoring a lot of goals, but
also
in a goal,
missing.
yeah. But then he was scoring like 4 goals in a match, 3 goals in a match, 2 goals in a match. But a proper striker should give you like
When he
1
scores,
goal.
he scores big.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But then you have to be consistent.
Exactly.
You cannot score in one match.
And
You
then
cannot
go
score.
missing for like 4 games.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That hurts the team a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
because you would expect him to score the goals
Yeah.
because you will think that, oh, he scored the hat trick.
Yeah.
He will be the
You'd
one.
much rather want a striker who scores 1 goal every 2 matches.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I would rather have a striker like that.
Yeah,
So
true.
that's the issue. I feel Isaac is going to do well. It's just that he does that for every time. 2-3 matches, he will be back.
Hope so. Do you think he's gonna be back in time for the Spurs game? In terms of his form, he's not injured by the way.
I feel he's going to be moving a lot better. His movement will be a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't see him scoring a goal yet because it's going to take him time. At least and the
So I
match.
can't captain Haaland. I can't captain Isaac. I'm seeing who Palmer. You said Palmer had.
Cole Palmer.
Yeah, that's who's gonna be my captain.
So let's start with you. What's your prediction?
I'm going to go with Tottenham 1, Newcastle 0.
Okay.
And for Tottenham, it's Richarlison.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
big call.
Yeah.
Big call. I almost forgot he was at Tottenham.
So did a lot of Spurs fans.
Yeah, the last time I saw him perform was at Everton.
But I feel a goal is coming from Richarlison.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, he'd hope so. I'll go with a 2-1 win for Spurs.
Okay.
With goals from Son and Madison and Newcastle Gordon.
I'll go with a 3-1 win for Tottenham. It's Madison who scores, then 2 goals from Son. And for Newcastle, I'll go with Gordon. I think it's going to be Gordon.
I hope so. It's my team.
Makes sense. Anyway, moving on. The
Biggest
big
match.
match, the big match of the week, the old rivalry. Man United, Liverpool. Let's go. Who's in a better position, Faz?
I mean, definitely Liverpool.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, they're coming off 2 identical 2-0 wins, and Slot seems to have settled down. Is it Old Trafford? Is it Anfield?
It is at Old Trafford.
Oh, big. This is going to be a big test for Slot.
Yeah.
But Liverpool have the more settled side. They've had good performances. They've not been the best of their performances,
Correct.
but it's a good performance from them for a new manager coming in, especially a manager who's so young, and they've not had a lot of additions to their squad. They finally made one now.
Yeah.
Federico Chiesa.
Out
But
of
it is a
nowhere.
But it is
Yeah.
a very good signing, man.
Very good sign.
I personally rate that
Would you-
signing.
yeah. I mean, Chiesa has been pretty average in the past couple of seasons for Juventus.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that was also more down to his injuries.
Yeah, I mean he's injury
I
prone.
mean, whenever he plays, he looks like one of the liveliest players.
Yeah, he's-
on the pitch.
And
Okay.
So, yeah.
I was reading up on Chiesa. He was injured in January of 2022, where he suffered that ACL injury, which
Yeah.
affected him in both the 21-22 and the 22-23 seasons. Last season, he was pretty much injury free. He contributed to about 13 goals for Juventus and was the club's second highest goal scorer. So, and I think the reason why Juventus were not interested in keeping him is because he doesn't fit into how Motta wants to play.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And Liverpool didn't have a lot of wingers on them.
and I
Ever
mean
since
13
Mane
million is
Yeah, it's a
Come
very
on.
It
cheap
is a
deal.
steal. It is a steal.
Like West Ham
Chiesa,
paid more for
30.
Aaron Van Bissaka.
Exactly.
exactly.
And
I mean,
that I thought was a cheap deal. by the way.
Exactly.
I mean 13 million for
13 million
Chiesa
for
is
Chiesa. Crazy
Exactly.
steal.
it doesn't happen often in
Yeah.
this inflated market. I
True.
feel.
We paid more for Omari Kellyman, man. Who is Omari Kellyman?
Yeah, exactly. Who's that?
Okay.
Some Aston Villa
Bookman.
teenager.
Yeah.
Does he start?
I don't see that happening as of now.
Okay.
Like it's Salah has been great for Liverpool.
So
as of
do you
now.
still see Jota, Salah starting up front? Do you see any changes?
I would like to see Gakpo start
Okay.
in place of
For FPL reasons.
place
He's
of
still my
Jota.
captain.
You were right, I shouldn't take FPL advice from you.
So now we know
Yeah.
who has the worst possible decision making
skills,
when
yeah.
it comes to
I love
FPL.
Gakpo.
But honestly, even I have him in my team,
Yeah.
and I really hope he starts. I hope he's able to score a goal against United because I can't stand United winning this game
Yeah.
for some reason.
True.
I mean, just imagine the ego boost.
I swear, I was just gonna say
Like,
the same thing.
seriously. I mean, I
Like the
see these
ego boost they
reels
would
where
get.
people are like, okay, 7-0.
And coming to you, does Zuggsy start?
Zuggsy?
Because we saw the same lineup,
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes in that role, and
Exactly.
of course it didn't work out.
It didn't work out, yeah. But to be honest, even in the game against Brighton, even Zuggsy, ever since like when he came on, he was pretty much invisible. He didn't
Yeah,
do
I mean-
anything of note. If anything,
He was
hampered
out of
them.
he was
Reason
out
why I
of
chucked him
position
out
as
of
well.
my team, man.
The reason why United lost was because Zuggsy couldn't get his leg away in time.
Exactly. I mean, he was out of position 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
where he should be there.
Yeah, so
That's concerning.
I think he might still stick with Bruno up front.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I
So
doubt it's gonna work against Liverpool.
You never know.
I really can't
Like,
see
he should
Bruno
probably try
Fernandes.
Rashford up front.
okay,
Try
about
Rashford.
United,
Yeah.
Ugarte is in.
Yeah.
So do you see him starting this match?
I think it'll be a bit too early for him to start.
Okay.
This match.
Same case as Chiesa, I would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you already have Mohamed Salah playing up front, and
Yeah,
he's
and-
doing great. He has
and
had a
I don't think
banger of a start.
uh,
Ugarte.
Ten Hag.
Okay.
I don't think Ten Hag would want too many of his new signings to start at the same time.
Yeah, true.
Because
Makes
I
sense.
do feel De Ligt is going to start this weekend.
Okay.
He brought on De Ligt for his debut in the game against Brighton, and Maguire was caught sleeping a lot of times against the
The
against
Maguire hit
Brighton
is
game.
back.
I mean, it's just facts. It's not hate.
True.
Maguire sleeping.
So-
My God, it
Maguire,
It fits, right?
it fits.
Maguire, Delit, Lisandro Delit.
Lisandro De Ligt.
100%
What about you?
Lisandro De Ligt.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, but having said that, I still don't think United are gonna win.
Okay,
I'd go for a 1-1 draw.
Oh wow.
who scores?
Salah for Liverpool and Bruno Fernandes for United.
Okay, what about you?
Even I'll go with the 1-1 draw.
Hmm.
But it's not Salah who's gonna score. It's Gakpo.
Please, my captain, man.
Substitute.
You know you can change your captain.
Yeah.
That's much.
I trust in Gakpo. And what about you? What do you think? Man United or Liverpool?
Again, same. I'm gonna agree with you. It's a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
And Gakpo scores from the bench.
Let's go. Let's go. Please score. He's my
And-
captain.
You know, you can change your captains. That'll be a much easier thing for you to do.
I trust in Gakpo.
I really want to see who he picks as a captain next time.
I'm going to do a lot of research now.
All right. For Man United, it's going to be Bruno.
Okay.
So pretty
Um,
much the same. We just differ on goal scorers.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to mine.
Sure.
Man United 2, Liverpool 1.
Ooh,
Oh,
For Liverpool,
that's the Ronaldo connection speaking.
I was about to say that. You know, a Ronaldo fanboy.
Yeah.
for Liverpool, it's Jota
Okay.
because he's Portuguese. For Man United, I say Garnacho
Okay.
and Casemiro.
Ooh.
All makes sense.
Well, anyway, moving on. We are hopeful that the matches
Yeah.
work out like we have talked about.
Exactly.
I hope they deliver.
Yeah.
And of course,
To be
football
honest, I just hope
thrillers.
it's a Chelsea maximum.
Let's hope it's cinema as we
Yeah.
called it. So here it is. Thank you for watching our episode. I'm Nil Lohit. This is Faz. This is Open New. We'll be back again in the next match day. And like, subscribe.
Please
and
do.
Thank you. ठीक है ठीक था
ठीक था वो बन